Buddy, this is the last of the 5 loft transition tutorials. The 5th of 5 series. I bet you're getting tired of doing lofts, but here we go. Got the last one. Okay, so we've got our blank screen. We're in world coordinate system. We're going to switch to the top view. And this last one, what we're doing is an oval. So we're going to just go ahead and I'm going to make that 8 inches wide, and we'll figure something out for the base. Same thing, we need to do a loft transition with having these flat triangular or blunt cone looking sections. Alright, so back to AutoCAD. We're going to draw a circle. We're going to have a x coordinate of -4, 0, 0. Okay, so and then we're going to make that a 4-inch radius. We're going to do a copy command. We're going to copy that same circle, and we're going to start at its center, and we're going to go 8 inches to the right, and we turn ortho on. We go 8 inches to the right. At this point, we're going to take these 2 circles and we're going to make an oval out of it. So we're going to go line. We're going to alter our object snaps. We're going to ignore midpoint, we're going to ignore center, but we want to turn on tangent, make sure that's on. And we'll hover over by the one circle and click. And then we'll hover over the other one until you see that green tangency symbol show up. And so we should have 2 lines that are tangent. Now we're going to repeat that on the opposite side. And we've got basically our oval shape. We're going to go to trim. We're going to trim all that off with power trim. Righty then. Now we need to draw our rectangle that's going to go around the bottom. So let's draw a rectangle, and let's make it dimensionally 20 by 12. Alright, so now we need to center this. Oops. We're going to take a line and we're going to go from corner to corner. And then we will do a move command. And we're going to move the line and the rectangle. And we're going to move from the object snap of midpoint, and then we're going to turn ortho off, and we're going to turn the grid snap on so that we can hit the origin. Okay, let's delete our line that was making center. Yeah, I don't know, proportions, that looks pretty good. Now let's look at it in a 3D view, and we're going to do a move command. Alright, we're going to use the move command. We'll select our rectangle, hit enter, ortho on. And we're going to go down 12 inches. Okay, so now we need to create our guide curves. Now on this one, our guide curves are going to go from the edges of the oval to midpoint of arc, to corner, to end point of arc. And then we start another series that goes from end point of arc to corner to midpoint of arc, back to corner to end point of arc. Okay, so you should have triangles on the end and I guess a trapezoid on the other sides, blunt cone, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now we're ready to loft. So we're going to go to Solid, Loft. We're going to select our rectangle, and we're going to select. Oh. Now, this is a composite section, so we need to join it before we can do our loft. So let's do a join. And we're going to pick the line segments and the arcs that make up the oval. So now they're all one piece. Now we're going to go to Loft. We're going to select our rectangle. And then we're going to select our oval. We're going to hit Enter. We're going to hit Guide. And we're going to hit our guide curves one at a time, making sure we go. It doesn't matter if you go clockwise or counterclockwise, but it does matter if you go in order. If you skip around, it will probably fail. We should have all those selected. Hit Enter. Let's switch to shaded mode to see if, yeah, we've got a solid. Okay, and like we've done before, we're going to press pull on the top 2 inches. And hopefully the shell command cooperates with us. We're going to go solid. We're going to go to shell. We're going to pick our model. We're going to pick both ends as what we want open. We're going to hit enter. We want 0.125 as our wall thickness. And what do you know, it worked this time. I believe on that last one it wasn't working because of the undercut slope. It didn't know how to calculate the wall thickness there. Okay. So our next step is to, hopefully we can use press pull. Turn my grid off. Alright, looks like press pull isn't going to work in its native form. We're going to go home. We're going to create another rectangle. We're going to make sure our object snaps are on intersection and rectangle from one corner to the other. And press pull on that rectangle for 2 inches. And there we go. We've now made the last of the loft transitions. Sometimes press pull isn't merging. I can't explain it. Maybe it's because I used the rectangle instead of the edge. But we're going to merge these two bodies together to make one. And then we will use the slice command to cut that model in half. We're going to accept our selection, and our 3 points are going to be the corner here, the corner there, and our outside corner here. It should give us a plane. Do we want to keep both? Yes. And we got kind of a wonky slice, but that's okay. We're going to do rotate. We're going to rotate the front half, and our rotation center is going to be down here in the bottom, and we'll go 120 degrees. And again, we can get rid of our extra rectangle. All right, there we go. That is 5 of 5. You need to upload 5 separate DWG files for this assignment in Canvas, and I will even show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to actually, I'm in Student View. I'm in a different assignment, but I'm going to show you where you can submit multiple files. So if you go to Submit Assignment and you choose your first file, all you have to do is press this Add Another File and do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and then you can upload your individual files for this assignment. So you should have 5 DWGs. I would appreciate it if you upload them all at the same time. Otherwise, I get multiple entries, and I will try to get back to you on feedback as soon as I can. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you on the next one, and have fun with that elective loft that you can do pretty much anything you want. Get creative. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you online.